this bottle of alcohol has a 70% alcohol solution and it has 500 milliliters, how much of this is pure alcohol? It's word problems like that we are going to solve today. Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If this is the first video that you're watching from my channel, I make educational and motivational content. So if you don't want to miss any of my new uploads, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. Now, like I said in the intro kanina, we're going to talk about word problems na merong component ng percentage ng mga solutions, ilang ml ang laman kung ito yung percentage, ilan yung percentage kung ito naman yung components niya. And this video is brought to us in part by Defensyl isopropyl alcohol. I'm so happy that I get to use an actual product as an example for this type of word problem kasi alam ko marami rin na rin sa inyong nagre-request ng ganitong klaseng mga word problem sa math. Madalas kasi siya lumalabas sa exams. Pero maliban pa doon, I'm happy that I get to talk to you about this because this is actually very important. When it comes to buying yung alcohol na ginagamit natin sa bahay, lalo na kung lumalabas tayo ng bahay, it's very important to check the label. Ang Defensyl isopropyl alcohol is a great example kasi this is a pharmaceutical grade na isopropyl alcohol. Dito sa label pa lang na ito, it's very important for us to look at the information na nandoon. Now, one of the things na nangyari, again, with the onset ng COVID-19 crisis is that malaki yung need for alcohol. Kaya marami na yung nagtitimpla ng sarili nilang alcohol, marami yung nagbebenta or nagdidistribute ng sarili nilang mga mixtures when it comes to yung alcohol, claiming that they have the same effect kagaya ng mga ganitong klaseng pharmaceutical grade alcohol which can kill 99.9% ng germs. Defensyl starts to kill germs on contact, kaya pwede mong gamitin right after entering your home from outside. It's also recommended by the Philippine Society for Microbiology. Now, sa dami ng options ng alcohol, how do you choose which one to use for you and your family? Let's check the label. Let me show you something. Now, sa front label pa lang, very important na yung labeling nito. Okay? Sa taas, you would see dapat kung ito ay pharmaceutical grade na alcohol, yung generic name, in this case, as isopropyl alcohol, bago yung kanyang brand name or yung tatak niya, which is yung Defensyl. This is the brand name. Now, if you see na sa bote na inyong binibili, nauuna yung tatak nung alcohol bago yung kanyang generic name, that is a good clue na hindi siya pharmaceutical grade. Now, another way to find out kung cosmetic grade ba or pharmaceutical grade yung alcohol na ginagamit ninyo is to look at the back label. Dahil FDA-approved ang Defensyl, meron siyang DRHR number showing that it passed the strictest FDA standard for isopropyl alcohol. Sa likod, ang nakalagay dito sa Defensyl, and babasahin ko na lang, it says, each 100 ml contains 70 ml isopropyl alcohol. Sa ibang mga cosmetic grade alcohol, instead of that, ang nakalagay is a list of ingredients. And the rule goes like this. Kung ano yung una sa listahan ng ingredients, yun yung primary na ingredient dun sa produkto na yon, or yun yung may pinakamalaking bahagi. And kung ang nakalagay dun is water instead of alcohol, medyo magtaka na tayo kung bakit ganun. Kasi ibig sabihin, ang pinakamalaking ginamit para buuin yun is water and not alcohol, which is yung hinahabol natin. Kaya nga tayo bumibili ng ganito to keep us and our families safe. Kaya remember, when choosing your alcohol, check the label. Well, actually, hindi lang kahit sa alcohol yan. Kahit sa mga relationships, dapat may label. So now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about yung word problems na ito. And the best way for me to do that is to switch over to my tablet right here and walk you through. Alright, so for this video, we're going to talk about yung percentage word problems nga. This is going to be part 1 of a mini-series that we're going to discuss kasi marami talagang klase ng mga percentage word problems. Today, we're only going to focus on the first two, which is yung missing amount or number. Ibig sabihin kung ito ay 1 liter at ito yung percentage, ilang milliliters niya yung component na yon, and yung missing percentage. Na kung sasabihin naman niya na ito yung pinaghalo ko, kung ito ay 3 liters ng water at 10 liters ng alcohol, ano yung percentage niya. There are other types of percentage word problems like yung percent of change or ano yung pinagbago niya, which we'll talk about in a later video, and yung missing equivalent din. So, kung ratio and proportion problem na talaga siya, kung paano ko siya isa-scale, ano yung titimplahin ko kung instead of 1 liter yung gagawin ko, gagawin kong 10 liters or 5 liters. Yan yung pag-uusapan natin sa susunod. Okay? But for now, we're going to start out with the most important parts, which is how to find yung number ng laman at yung percentage niya pag magkakasama na sila. Okay? Now, let's start with this sample. Meron tayong missing na amount. Yung same problem that I talked to you about kanina. If we have something like this, and the real-life version din siya, kasi itong defensive bottle na ito has 500 ml, and ang sabi niya is 70% solution siya, and pinangako din nila sa back label na for every 100 ml ay may tig sa 70 ml, ilang ml in total ang pure alcohol na bumubuo nitong isang bote na ito. Now, a bit of a side note lang dyan, yung ml is milliliters. Okay? Ibig sabihin nun, 1,000 ml ang isang liter. Napag-usapan natin yan dun sa video series natin on conversion of units. If you haven't seen that video yet, i-click nyo na lang dito sa I button if you're watching this on YouTube or sa description box, nandun din yung link to that para hindi kayo masyadong ma-confuse. Okay? Kasi yung ibang mga word problems, they would say 1 liter or minsan 1 centiliter, 1 deciliter, ano yung mga pagkakaiba ng mga yan, that's for another day. Okay? Okay, so tinabi ko lang muna yung ating text para may space tayo to write. Okay? Now, the first thing that we could do would be to use a formula. There is a formula that we can use. Ang sabi niya, percentage is equal to rate times the base. Now, sa problem na to, anong ibig sabihin noon? Ang percentage natin, of course, very obvious naman, may percent sign pa siya, is yung 70%. Now, ang rate naman, that would be for every 100, ilan yung hinahanap natin. Now, ang hinahanap natin, again, dito nakalagay na sa likod, is that for every 100 or over 100 ml, okay, ang laman niya ay 70 ml. Ito yung rate natin. Now, ano naman yung base natin? Ang base natin ay kung ilan siya or ilang ml siya lahat-lahat. Gaano yung karami, yung volume nito, ilan yung laman niya na ml? That would be, okay, times yung base natin which is 500 ml. Now, dahil meron na tayo nito, it says 0.7 times 500. All we have to do is to multiply this. Kung meron kayong calculator, you can use that. Kung kayo ay nag-exam at hindi pwedeng gumamit ng calculator, there are multiple ways that you can solve this. Number one would be to multiply it directly. So, you have 500 times 0.7. Okay? Tapos pag nag-multiply tayo ng may decimal, ang gagawin lang natin is i-move natin yung decimal, pwede natin gawin yon para mas maliit yung numbers. Move natin to the right yung nasa ilalim. So, magiging 7 na lang siya. At yung difference na yan or yung ginalaw natin sa ilalim, ibabawi natin sa taas. So, ibabalik ko naman yung nasa taas. So, you have 50 times 7. Mas madali na siya i-handle. You have the answer as 350 ml. That is one option. Okay? Now, another option for you to solve yung pagmumultiply ng 0.7 or ng 70% sa 500 would be to use yung guesstimation technique natin, which we already discussed in another video, no? Kung gusto niyo mapanood yon, ililink ko na lang din dito sa taas. What you could do would be to look at yung 0.7 or 70% na bubuuin natin. Yung 70%, pwede natin buuin yan as 50% plus another 10% plus another 10%. Okay? So, again, 70 na yan or 0.7 na yan. Now, ang 50% ay kalahati. So, yung 500, i-divide ko lang sa 2. Okay? Ang lalabas dito is 250. Tapos, yung 10% naman niya, ang gagawin ko lang, kukunin ko lang siya from the right side, yung decimal place, i-move ko ng isang beses pabalik or paurong. So, that would be 50 plus another 50. Tapos, i-add ko lang siya. So, again, kumpleto na yung 50%, 10%, 10%. Lalabas na ngayon yung sagot natin which is 350 ml. Now, whether minultiply mo siya or ginamit mo yung guesstimation technique natin, which is also a speed math technique, pareho naman ang lalabas. Ang lalabas is that for a bottle of Defensil like this, sa about 500 ml, makakasigurado ka na 350 ml nito is pure alcohol. Okay? So again, that is the first way. Just straight away multiply the percentage by the base. Okay? So kung 0.7 or 70% yon, kasi ang 0.7 at 70% ay pareho lang, i-multiply mo lang siya sa 500 to get kung ilan yung laman ng isang bote. Okay? That's the first option. There is another option. Now, this other option requires you to use yung technique natin, which is ratio rotation. If you haven't seen that video, again, nakalink din sa baba and dito sa taas. Now, anong gagawin natin doon? Titingnan lang natin yung pattern. Na kapag sinabi na 70%, again, nakalagay din sa likod, ang gagawin mo lang, yung alcohol is 70 ml sa bawat 100 ml. Okay? So, 70 ml na alcohol sa bawat 100 ml na Defensil isopropyl alcohol. Okay? Now, sa kabilang side, kukunin natin yung kung paano naman kung 500 ml yung ating bote. Okay? Now, ilalagay ko lang yung 500 ml sa ilalim. Bakit? Kasi ito yung total, okay, nung laman ng bote. Now, to find out kung ilan naman yung parts ng 500 ml na pure alcohol, gagawin kong X yung nasa taas. Kasi ito yung nawawala dun sa problem. Okay? So again, pinagtapat lang natin. This is the ratio kung 100 ml. This is the ratio, magiging ratio niya kung 500 ml yung laman. At kapag naka-structure na siya like this, we can do yung technique natin called ratio rotation. And what we're going to do lang is, we're going to take this, kasi siya yung pinakamalaki, pinakamadaling mag-divide. Iikot natin siya. Okay? So now you have 500 ml divided by 100 ml. That should give you 5. Okay? Tapos yung 5, i-multiply natin sa 70. And 5 times 70 is going to give us the same answer kanina, 350 ml. Again, pareho lang siya dun sa sagot natin kanina. Now, you can choose kung ano yung gusto mong gawin. Kung gusto nyo gumamit ng formula to multiply the percentage by the base, or kung gusto nyo gumamit ng ratio rotation. Okay? Either way, pareho naman yung lalabas na sagot. Now, there's another type of problem that we're going to talk about. Actually, mas split pa to sa dalawa eh. Which is, paano mo naman malalaman kung ano yung percentage kung ang binigay sa'yo ay kung ano yung pinaghalo. Now, dito na papasok yung, again, medyo cautionary tale ito ha, kung may nagbebenta sa atin ng alcohol. And marami naman na-authorize na rin to, mix their own alcohol dahil nga may matinding need yung bansa natin for this. And may mga permits na binigay or an issue for that. One way to test kung ito ba ay 70% na solution is to ask them kung ano yung mga pinaghalo na ingredients. So, kunyari may nag-message sa'yo, meron kaming binibentang alcohol. Kasi chemist yung anak ko, so sila yung nagtimpla nitong alcohol na ito. You can ask them, ano yung pinaghalo ninyo? Now, a problem like this would look like that. Sabi nun, a 1 liter solution contains 450 ml of pure alcohol. What is its alcohol concentration? So kapag sinabi sa'yo, ay, Mare, yung 1 liter na binibenta ko, 450 ml niyan, pure alcohol. Now, how do we solve this? Unti-untiin natin. Okay? Sabi dito, a liter solution contains 450 ml of pure alcohol. What is its alcohol concentration? It's quite simple actually. All you have to do is to take kung ano ba yung alcohol na part nito. Ang sabi yung alcohol daw is 450 ml. So, ilalagay ko siya sa taas. 450 ml. Sa ilalim naman, ilalagay ko yung 1 liter. Now, dito na papasok yung confusion ng iba. Kasi yung iba, pag nilagay nilang 1 liter, lalagay lang nila 1. So, ang sagot nila is 450%. But that is actually wrong. Bakit? 2 counts. Kasi ang 1 is when it comes to liters. Pero ang hinahanap natin is milliliters. So, ibig sabihin nun, i-convert ko ba yung 1 liter sa milliliters or ml? Now, by the name itself, ang milli means 1,000. So, ibig sabihin nun, 1,000 milliliters ang laman ng 1 liter. So, instead of putting 1 sa ilalim as the denominator, ang ilalagay natin is 1,000 ml. Very important units na yan. At ito na ngayon yung ratio niya. Now, here's the part where I'll tell you na ang percentage ay may equivalent na decimal. Okay? Kagaya nung kanina, yung 70% is 0.7. At ang percentage din ay may equivalent na ratio. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin lang ng percentage ay kung ilang bahagi siya out of 100. Okay? Ang fixed part doon is that yung denominator is always 100. And so to find kung ano yung percentage nito, all I have to do is to divide 450 by 1,000. Na kung gagawin natin yon, and again, this is very simple kasi zeros naman yung nasa ilalim ng denominator, pwede na lang nating iurong yung decimal place nung nasa taas ng 3 beses. Kasi 1, 2, 3 para maging 1. Sa taas, 1, 2, 3. So, ibig sabihin nun, ang lalabas na percentage dito is 0.45. Now, yung percentage na yan, okay, nasa decimal form pa. So, ano ba ang equivalent na percentage ng 45? To get yung percentage, ibabalik natin ng 2 beses yung decimal point, tapos ilalagay natin yung percent sign. So, 1, 2, we have 45%. Ito yung concentration ng alcohol na ito. So, if you're looking for something that is 70% alcohol solution, at ito yung binigay sa atin na information na, actually, sa bawat 1 liter, merong 450 ml na pure alcohol, you could turn it down kasi hindi siya 70%. 45% lang siya, sa totoo lang. Okay? So, again, ganun yung ginagawa natin kapag missing yung percentage. Now, here's another type of problem. This one is a little bit trickier kasi may mga details na. Ang sabi niya, if you mix 8 liters of pure alcohol with 4 liters of water, what is the alcohol concentration in that mixture? So, ulitin ko yon ha. 8 liters na pure alcohol, 4 liters na water. Now, in this case, paano ko ngayon malalaman yung percentage niya? Now, here's what we're going to do. And pay attention kasi yung iba maraming nagkakamali dito, no? Ang hinahanap natin is yung concentration ng alcohol. Dun sa solution na yon or sa mixture na yon. So, kukunin natin kung ilan ba yung alcohol. Yun ay 8 liters daw of pure alcohol. So, ilalagay natin sa taas, 8 liters. Sa ilalim, anong ilalagay natin? Now, a common mistake is that, again, people would put 4 kasi yun yung nakalagay dun sa problem 4 liters. Pero, ang sabi dito, you mix them together. Ibig sabihin, yung nasa ilalim, which is dapat yung total nung buong mixture or solution na yon, hindi siya dapat maging 4. Kasi dinagdag mo pa yung 4 sa 8. So, ibig sabihin, ang number na nasa ilalim dapat ay 8 plus 4 or 12 liters. So, ang alcohol dito ay 8 liters sa bawat 12 liters. Now, again, babalik tayo dun sa, wait, 8 over 12 ito, hindi to percentage. How do I turn this into a percentage? Now, all you have to do is, again, divide it. Kung meron kang calculator, madali lang, no? Kasi 8 divided by 12 lang yon. Pero kung wala kang calculator, one good start would be to turn it into fraction form na naka-lowest terms. Now, if you see yung 8 tsaka 12, pareho silang divisible sa 4. So, pwede ko silang i-cancel. I-divide ko lang sa 4 is itong sa taas at sa baba. Again, yun ang rule natin when it comes to transforming fractions. Pwede mo siyang i-lowest terms as long as pwede mo i-divide sa taas at pwede mo i-divide sa baba. So, 8 divided by 4 is going to give us 2. Tapos, 12 divided by 4 naman is going to give us 3. So, 2 over 3 na siya. Now, dito na papasok yung if you are familiar with your percentages and your fractions, you would know na ang 2 over 3 or 2 divided by 3 is actually a repeating number, which is 0. Tapos 6 bar. Or paulit-ulit na lang yung 6. Okay? Now, another way to remember that would be, to memorize lang, yung 1/3 is 0.3 na repeating. Tapos yung 2/3 naman is times 2 nun, which is 0.6 na repeating. At kung gagawin ko siyang percentage, okay, again, kasi ang percentage, imumove ko yung decimal place ng 2 beses, no? At dahil repeating number siya, maraming 6 yan. Okay, again, paulit-ulit na 6 yan. What I could do would be move it twice. 1, 2. So, you have 66 point, and then 66. Of course, paulit-ulit naman yung 66 na yan. Pwede mo lagyan ng bar. Tapos, percent. So, ibig sabihin nun, itong alcohol naman na to, again, this time is just 66.66%. Or kung i-round up mo siya to the second na decimal place, the answer would then be 66.67. Now, this is where I tell you na kung kayo ay estudyante watching this, you have to ask your teacher kung ano yung preferred niya, kung mag-e-end ba kayo sa dalawang decimal place or hindi. Now, for those of you naman nahihirapan sa rounding up at rounding down ng numbers, we also have a video lesson on that. Ililink ko na lang din sa baba at dito sa I button if you're watching this on YouTube. Okay? But again, 66.67, so hindi siya 70%. So kung may nag-alok sa'yo ng alcohol, inalo namin ito, 8 liters niya, pure alcohol. Minsan, akala natin, di ba, okay na yun kasi mas marami naman yung alcohol kaysa sa tubig, no? Well, yes, okay lang na mas marami yung alcohol sa tubig, but gaano siya karami? Kasi kahit na 8 liters to 4 liters, hindi pa rin siya abot sa 70%, which is what we have here. Okay? So again, more than yung values, I want you to remember the process. Sa taas natin nilalagay yung hinahanap natin na component, which is yung alcohol. Sa ilalim yung total. This is how we get the percentage. Okay? Now, the best way for you to gauge kung nakuha nyo talaga is through a quick quiz. You always have something like this. So again, I'll give you time to solve it. Medyo may tricky components din yung ginawa kong problems dito. But at the end of the allotted time, i-explain ko sa inyo kung paano makuha yung tamang sagot. And if you're ready with your pen and paper, your timer starts now. Alright, let's see how you did. Alright, let's start with the first question. Sabi dito, Ted mixed 320 ml of water and 180 ml of pure alcohol. What is the alcohol concentration of the new solution? Now, a bit of a side note, you can also use yung bucket technique natin sa mixture word problems, which we discussed in the previous series dito. But it's just simpler since we're dealing with pure naman na paghahaluin or pure na components, pure water at saka pure alcohol na straight na siya na ratio. Okay? But if in case ito ay hinahalo natin 80% sa 20%, doon na papasok yung series natin on mixture problems. If you haven't seen that, again, the link will be here. Now, dito na tayo. 320 ml of water, 180 ml of pure alcohol. Huwag kayong magkakamali na kung ano yung unang number, yun yung ilalagay nyo agad sa taas. Okay? Bawal ang kabisote dito. Sinadya ko yan. If ang nilagay nyong number sa taas is 320, mali po yun. Bakit? Kasi yung hinahanap is what is the alcohol concentration. Ibig sabihin nun, yung number na nasa taas, dapat nung ating fraction is kung ano yung alcohol. At ang alcohol dito is 180, hindi 320. So taas, ilalagay natin 180 ml. Now, kung yung iba sa inyo, ay, naku, na-biktima na ako kasi 320 yung nilagay ko, be very careful lalo na sa mga exams. Okay? So, that's a neat trick na ginagawa namin na gumagawa ng mga tanong sa exams para to make sure na you're really paying attention dun sa problem. Okay? So, again, 180 ml sa taas. Sa ilalim, ano naman ilalagay natin? Now, sinabi ko na kanina, don't be tempted na kung ano yung nakalagay dito, ilalagay nyo sa ilalim. Bakit? Kasi yung 320 na yan is water. Hindi siya yung total. Okay? So, ito total pa natin siya. Ibig sabihin, i-add pa natin yung 320 sa 180 to find yung solution, kung gaano siya karami. Okay? Now, 320 plus 180 is 500. So, ilalagay natin yung 500. Yan, 500 sa ilalim. 180 ml over 500 ml. Okay? Now, again, you can go straight into dividing this. Maganda kung meron kayong calculator sa exam. Pero paano kung wala? Again, mag-revert tayo dun sa paano ko to ilo-lowest terms. Okay? So, we can scratch out right away yung 0 sa dulo. Kasi ibig sabihin lang nun, divisible sila pareho sa 10. Now, you have 18 over 50. Now, here's another trick na ituturo ko sa inyo. When it comes to looking for percentages, you can go straight into, ito-turn ko to into a decimal. Okay, ibig sabihin nun yung iba, i-divide na nila agad yung 18 sa 50. Okay? Now ako, pag nakita ko na 50 yung number sa ilalim, ang nasa isip ko is, pwede ko to i-turn into a fraction na over 100. Okay? Bakit? Kasi pwede ko rin i-convert yung fraction or i-transform siya ng pataas. Now, how do I do that? Kung ang goal ko ay maging 100 yung nasa ilalim at 50 na ito, okay, makikita ninyo na ang 50 times 2 lang siya para maging 100. Okay? At dahil fraction ito, kung anong ginawa ko sa ilalim, dapat gawin ko din sa taas. So, pag times 2 ko yung 18, ang lalabas is 36. So, the fraction becomes 36 over 100. At dahil ang 36 over 100 is very easy naman na ang percentage niya is 36%, my answer would then be 36% without dividing numbers. But let me show you this, okay? Kung gagawin kong 18 divided by 50, or kung ilo-lowest terms ko pa siya kasi divisible siya pareho sa 2, magiging 9 over 25. Pag sinolve ko siya, lalabas 36 din. Okay? Now, let's start with this, no? So, sa 25 tayo, sa 9 divided by 25. Walang 25 na kasya sa 9, so that would be 0 point. Gagawin natin siyang 90. Ilang 25 ang kasya sa 90? That would be 3, magiging 75. Sa ilalim, okay, kasi yung difference niya would be 15. This is just long division, by the way. So, kung nakalimutan nyo na rin yung long division, nakalink din siya dito. 15, tapos dadagdagan ko siya isang pang 0 dyan. Okay? 150 divided by 25 is actually going to give us 6. So, yung sagot natin na 0.36 also turns into 36%. So, pareho lang siya either way. Okay? So, again, whether na kinonvert ko sa 100 para maging straight percentage siya or dinivide ko para maging decimal, which will ito-turn ko naman na ngayon into a percentage, the answer would be the same. 36%. Okay? Now, dito tayo sa pangalawa. Alright, so ito yung sabi ng problem. Haley filled a 350 ml spray bottle up with defensyl isopropyl alcohol that is 70% isopropyl alcohol. How many ml or milliliters of alcohol does the spray bottle contain? Okay, mahaba yung sinabi niya, pero basically, yung ratio kanina, which is the same, 70%, this time, ang pinuno niyang bote is 350 ml na spray bottle daw. So, how do we solve this? Same way as kanina, you have options. You can multiply it. Pwede natin gawin na yung 70% is equal to 70 over 100 times the base. Ang base natin ngayon, yung total niya ngayon is 350 ml. So, times 350. Pwede mong isolve na ganyan, or, again, another option would be to do ratio rotation, which is what we demonstrated din kanina. Yung 70 over 100, 70 ml na alcohol over 100 ml na defensyl, equal siya sa, hindi natin alam kung ano yung number na nasa taas, so siya yung magiging X. Okay? Pero yung nasa ilalim, which is yung total nung spray bottle, is alam natin, 350 ml. Okay? Now again, pwede natin siya i-ratio rotation. Maganda lang kung isa-smallest terms ko muna siya kasi mas manageable. Tignan nyo to ha, 70 over 100 pwedeng maging 7 over 10. At dahil madali na yan i-rotate, I can do that na. 350, iikot ko lang siya doon. So 350 divided by 10 is 35 times 7. So i-multiply ko lang yung 35 by 7. Now again, you can write it down, lalo na kung wala kayong calculator sa exam. Like that, tapos isosolve mo siyang ganon. Or, what I do is I split it. So, ibig sabihin, ang ginagawa ko, 7 times 30, tapos 7 times 5. Kasi ito, kaya kong i-manage mentally. So, you have 210 plus 35 or 245 milliliters. That's my answer. Now, if you look at it, kung isosolve ko itong long cut, that would be 5 times 7 is 35. 3, 7, 14, 21, plus 3 is 245. Pareho lang din sila nung ating sagot dito. Okay? So again, the answer is 245 ml. Funny that we ended on this problem kasi, just a bit of a side note, maliban dun sa ganitong klaseng bottle ng Defensil, meron din silang ganitong format or ganitong itsura ng bottle. This is a great spray bottle. Let me just show you, no? Kasi favorite ko to eh. Yan, maliban sa favorite ko yung color yung gray, this is a spray bottle with a big spread. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Etong nozzle niya, pag spinray mo siya, malawak na yung mapupuntahan niya. So, it's perfect kung merong darating sa bahay ninyo, sa sprayan ninyo, or kahit sa surfaces. Like, kung ako, before I start working, I'm using a table, I would spray it down and then wipe it down muna. And meron din siyang lock na function. Okay? Yan. So, ipupush mo lang siya aside, tapos bababa siya, and now you can spray it. Yan. So, ganun lang. Tapos, nandito na siya. And just a bit of a side note, no? And ito, personal na opinion ko lang ha, pero ang bango niya talaga. Like, nung spray ko to, dito sa bahay, ako at yung mom ko, nag-react kami pareho. Medyo madalas kasi kami na hospital dati, pre-pandemic pa, and amoy, ano siya talaga, amoy malinis na amoy hospital. So, hindi siya amoy chemical, hindi siya amoy na, sobrang floral naman na parang cologne na siya. Ano lang siya talaga, amoy malinis. So, kung gusto niyo ng alcohol na safe, that could kill 99.9% of germs, FDA approved at available sa lahat ng mga supermarkets at drugstores all over the country, you can choose Defensil, which is, sa totoo lang, mabango talaga siya. Okay, so yun muna for now. And again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. We have more video lessons coming up, including yung susunod sa mga series na ito. Kaya wag niyong kalimutan to subscribe and hit that bell. And if you want to reach out to me directly, get reviewers that I made, join the online or live events. As always, you can reach out to me directly through my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa. Thank you so much for watching. And sa lagi nating sinasabi sa channel na to, never stop learning. Aja, kaya niyan. I'll see you in the next video and bye for now.